It's another beautiful morning in Nepal. Today is day 3 of our Manaslu Circuit trek. We are starting in Dyang this morning, and we're gonna be hiking to Namrung. Today we have 19.5 kilometers to go, which is about the same as we had yesterday. Apparently today is still gonna be pretty warm, but starting tomorrow things should start cooling down. Had a really nice night of sleep, just like every night, until about 4:30 in the morning. Been going to bed at like 8 because I'm so dead at the end of the day, and waking up at like 4:30. We don't actually have to be at breakfast and ready until 7, so I just laid there kind of trying to go back to sleep, but alas, it didn't really happen until like 5:45, and then I got up at 6. But it is what it is. But each day we get ready, we get all our stuff ready, we put our bags outside for our porters, and then the stuff that we're bringing with us we take up to breakfast, and we have breakfast with the whole crew. We get kind of a little lowdown on the day ahead, and then we start hiking once we're all ready. I ordered a veg omelet and a milk coffee and chapati bread for breakfast. My stomach is already rumbling. I feel like it takes no time at all for me to start getting really hungry as soon as I start hiking, especially now, which is like, it's fall, so it's at the end of my hiking season, and so my body is just accustomed to being like, oh, you started hiking for just even one day? Let's ramp up the hunger like crazy. So anyway, I'm really hungry and I'm ready for breakfast already. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention is apparently today, when we're almost at Namrung, like half an hour away, we actually passed by a fancy resort that sells coffees and pastries and fresh squeezed apple juice, so I will be getting in on all of that today. Very excited. Here's breakfast. The power is still out, so that's why it's so dark in here. Oh lordy, look at those big mountains. We gotta climb all these steps so that we can get out of this dang heat. This is Barrage, our assistant guide, out leading in front this morning.
It's like regularly.
Remember what these kind of 3-pronged entryways mean? It means we're going into a Buddhist village. This is a bamboo fence, according to Barrage.
But it's like very long year. It's like more than 200 years.
More than 200 years old?
Yeah.
Wow. This is done by the monks, by hand.
Now even it's still the lamas and monks doing these things, but now they are doing by computer. And then they made a flower. You see the somewhere in porridge, champa porridge. It's from this one.
Oh, okay. This is wheat or barley. Is there chilies drying? There's a power plant up there, and then a monastery over there. Today's tea break spot. Nancy. plants. Apparently they feed them to the cows and the buffalo out here. So fluffy. Going to have lunch in this little village right up here. I wanted to give you a little idea of all of the options that we have in these different tea houses for meals. And most of it is vegetarian, and they tell you shouldn't eat meat in the mountains anyway because it's not safe. So this is like the most options I've ever had in my life, and it's so exciting and so fun to pick the foods each day. The reason it's not really safe to eat the meat here is because most of the people in the mountains are Buddhists, so don't eat the meat themselves. So they bring in the meat from Kathmandu for the tourists, and oftentimes it's kind of old by the time that gets here and could spoil and could just give you food poisoning. And the view from the lunch spot. Mixing it up today, got a veggie curry instead of dal bhat. Oh, and a lemon ginger tea. I think this was the best lunch spot so far. My food was so delicious. They plow the fields here with oxen. Things are pretty primitive out here. So this is a mill, and this is used to grind flour. So water will come here and spin the wheel, and then that will make the contraption grind the flour. When you get to a Buddhist monument like this one, you always have to walk on the left side, because if you walk on the right side, that is bad luck and you'll have bad weather the next day. But if you walk on the left side, that gives you good luck. Looks like we got some fall colors up here, even though it doesn't feel like fall. It's very hot. Gone through a much drier section today, but now we're in this rainforest area. Hearing a lot of cicadas, seeing some mountain goats across the river. It's nice because it's a little extra shade for us.
Every pretty things are quite harmful.
There is the apple farm where they have the treats. This is all part of the apple farm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you drop
Hello, baby. Ooh. Wait, do it again, Close up. Binod first said these mushrooms are edible, but then he looked at the underside and saw there were no bugs or anything there, so then he was like, never mind, these are poisonous.
Have any pictures?
Yulia's modeling. Welcome to Namrung. Okay, welcome to Namrung. The note says this is the fancy resort with the coffee, the real coffee. I have to check that out. Tonight we're staying at the Namrung guest house. So I guess the rooms are little cottages. These beautiful flowers they've planted everywhere. Super duper pretty. Check out that view. Look how cute these are. So adorable. Okay, so we have a brand new one, so it's not colorful, but it's really nice. It was just built. Come inside. Ta-da! And check out the bathroom. Western toilet. Okay, maybe not that close to Gonna take a cold shower tonight. Great day today. And my shower was super cold. I usually try to at least condition my hair, even if it's a cold shower. But today it was so freezing that I was like, no, I can't do it. So it got like a little bit wet just from being in there, but I was like hyperventilating. It was crazy. But anyway, really great day on the trail today. This morning we were definitely in more shade than we were yesterday. Still had some hot sun, and we were going through some pretty dry bits with a couple of sketchy landslide areas, but the afternoon was all through the jungle, which you guys know I'm a forest gal, so I was really digging that. And we saw some mountain goats and some monkeys across the river. So we saw the brown-faced, brown-nosed monkeys a couple days ago, and today it was, I'll have to ask Binod again what kind of monkeys they were, but they were different. And I know that they had the name Gray in them, but they were too far away. I couldn't film them. I couldn't film the goats or the monkeys because they were just too far away. I knew it wasn't gonna show up in my phone. Today is the first day of Diwali, which is a Hindu holiday. So I guess either before or after dinner, they're gonna turn on some traditional music. We're gonna do some dancing. I'm excited for that. And tomorrow, the second day of Diwali, is a celebration of dogs. So if I see any dogs tomorrow, I'm gonna give them a snack. Binod, our guide, is Hindu. So he was telling me about Diwali, and I think he's gonna teach us a little more about it tonight, which will be super fun. I'm really enjoying learning about the culture here. And you know, I don't usually do these guided types of trips. I usually just plan on my own stuff, but I think being in a foreign country, it's especially fun because it's not just about the hiking, it's also about the cultural experience. And our guides are both awesome and both totally willing to tell us anything that we want to know. And so I've been questioning them a lot, not just about the environment around us, but also about the culture, which I don't know, I just really find all of that fascinating, and I want to learn as much as I can while I'm here. Oh, and here is a fun fact. So Binod, our main guide, he's married, and he was telling me today that he actually, or maybe he was telling me last night, that he actually has an arranged marriage. And I asked him, oh, is that common? And he said, well, like 20 years ago, everyone had an arranged marriage, but now a lot of people are marrying for love. But he's noticing those marriages don't really last. They might last a year and end in divorce. He said he's one of 6 siblings, and I think his is the only arranged marriage and the only one that's actually working, which I found super fascinating. And he has a baby on the way. So the baby might even show up while we're here. Oh, and I asked him why he had an arranged marriage, and he said because he never had any girlfriends, which I was really surprised because he's cute and so friendly and nice. But seems like it all worked out in the end, so good for him. Tonight,
Sure, why not?
fried noodles with veg and egg.
Sure.
And starting tonight, we have to get our oxygen tested each night since we're getting up to higher and higher elevation to help avoid altitude sickness.